What do I do with my life? One of the most important questions that I get asked over and over and over and over again, people are struggling with. What do I do with my life? You see your parents doing something, you see your friends doing something, you know that that's not the life that you want, but you're afraid of actually chasing down your dreams. You see people living their life on Instagram and it's so beautiful and perfect, and you're worried that you're not gonna measure up, that you're not gonna live up to it, that if you try and do your thing, you're gonna fail. And so you're constantly stuck in this, what do I do with my life? Pulled between the safe life that everybody around you is living and they want you to live for yourself, or the dream life that you know you're capable of, but you don't know quite what it looks like. What do I do with my life? Here's what I found. You're gonna have moments in your life where you have absolute clarity, and equally you'll have moments in your life where you have zero clue what to do. Let's break those two down. When you have absolute clarity, when you know exactly what you want to do, when it feels right, when you have momentum, the best thing you can do is put your blinders on and go to work. The best thing you can do is shut down everything else and get to work building your dream. We often hedge, we often play small, we often don't put as much in because we're afraid. But when you have those moments of clarity, you have to go play a bigger game. You have to start betting on yourself. Right now, I look at my YouTube channels as an example. This is a pretty special moment in time. And things are very well aligned for me right now. I mean, been doing YouTube for 12 years, built up a lot of traction, have a lot of momentum, been helping a lot of my friends, made a lot of new friends as a result of the channel, got into rooms that otherwise I shouldn't be in because of the success of my channels. And it's been a lot of work. And the early years did not pay off very well at all. I share on my Instagram a lot of my traction, and first 5 years of the channel, we didn't even have 10,000 subscribers in the first 5 years. And then we went and hit, next 5 years, 2 million subscribers, now passing 3 million subscribers on the main channel. But a lot of slow growth. But right now is a very special moment in time. Right now, I need to push harder on the YouTube channels. Right now, we've launched, I don't know how many channels, a lot of channels. We've got a dozen channels plus maybe at this point. I need to be pushing more on YouTube. This is a moment in time. The window here is so wide open that I need to jump through it, because at some point it will close. And I don't want to look back on this moment and say, I wish I pushed harder. I wish I wasn't afraid. I wish I did the thing that I knew was right. And we'll have it. You'll have those moments too in your life where you just see it so clearly. You have this vision. You see it all working out, but you're afraid to go actually take the action. You're afraid to go all in on it. You're afraid to do what is necessary. And then what ends up happening is regret. Because you'll be at the end of your life, or even 10 years later, thinking, I knew it. I saw it so clearly. There was this opportunity in front of me and I wanted to do it and I loved to do it, but I was too afraid, and somebody else went off and made millions of dollars off of my idea. Does that ever happen to you? Somebody made millions off of my idea. Well, no, they just went and took action when you were sitting being afraid. And so when you have those moments of clarity, you have to push everything else aside and go after that thing. Even though it's scary, even though it's too big, even though it feels beyond you, you have to go after that thing, because that's where your genius lies. And you either lean into your genius and go change the world, or you live the rest of your life with regret. You have to force it. So that's when you have absolute clarity. You'll also have moments in your life where you have no idea what to do. Zero clue. Like, I don't know what to do next. All I know is I don't want to be doing what I'm doing right now. Did that ever happen to you? You know that you don't like your current life. You know that you don't like your current habits. You know that you don't like your current schedule, your routine, what you're doing, who you're hanging with. You know you don't like any of that stuff, but you don't know what to do to change it. Has that happened? If that's you right now, then your immediate goal is the exact opposite. It's not to go all in on one thing. It's to try many things, to give yourself a lot of exposure, to say yes to as many things as possible that are inside your code of ethics, right? Don't go steal something from a store because it's something new, right? That are inside your code of ethics. to taste, to test, to try, to explore, to find the thing that might be the next thing for you, and to lower the barrier for just getting started. So I went through this in my website. When I had my website, a lot of people don't know me from my website, because if you go to my website now, there's not that much there, but I used to have 100,000 plus pages of content on my website, and I was playing the SEO game and publishing tons of content, and we had a lot of the big name people in entrepreneurship creating content for our website, and I was selling ads off the site. And I realized at the beginning, I was all in. At the beginning, I loved it. I wanted to write. I wanted to bring on people. We had 5,000 people or so writing for the website. I loved it. I was all in. I saw this moment in time. I was going for it. And we quickly grew the website. But I found that as maybe year 3, year 4, I was starting to lose interest. Wasn't exciting anymore. And I didn't know what else to do inside the website to bring that energy back. So I started to taste, test, explore other things outside the website. And one of those experiments was YouTube. One of those tests was me starting my first YouTube channel. And I really sucked at it. You can go back and watch my old videos. It took me a long time to get half decent in front of the camera. I sucked at it. I had no natural inclination for it. I told myself, well, I'm an introvert and I'm shy, so I'm always gonna suck on camera. But I realized, I don't know, I liked it. I liked it. I liked doing it. I liked making visual content instead of written content because I'm a visual learner. I liked the idea that maybe there's somebody else out there who'll watch my video and be inspired by it, and that maybe makes a shift for them. I never expected to be YouTube famous because at the time, YouTube famous wasn't a thing. Nobody was YouTube famous, especially in education. Nobody was making long form educational videos. It just didn't exist. And so I thought, you know what? I'll just keep doing it because I love it. That if 50 people, 100 people watch this video, that's 50 to 100 people who watch the video. That's maybe a couple lives changed because of me being courageous enough at the time to press record and make a video. And so that kept me going. And eventually that turned it into something that then I shut down my website and I went all in on YouTube. And so when you don't know what to do, you need to get out of your typical routine. Go for a walk, go drive somewhere you've never been before, take an extra long shower, like do the things that help get you creative ideas. And then whatever comes, whether it's start a YouTube channel, start a podcast, start writing a book, start singing a song, start like whatever ideas come to you, they will probably sound crazy. For someone like me, it would be crazy to have a YouTube channel. For someone who doesn't like being in front of the camera, who doesn't like seeing himself, who thought that people who film themselves had to have a huge ego and be chasing fame, and I didn't want that. For someone like that, I would have never said, never, that I would have 100,000 subscribers, let alone 3 million plus. Never, I would have never thought that was possible. And so a lot of times these new ideas that we come up with seem impossible, feel impossible. For someone like you to do something like that, there's no way that that's gonna happen. And so we've already lost out of the gate because you don't give yourself permission to try. You've set these impossible benchmarks and milestones for yourself, and the lack of belief in yourself means that you don't even do it. So reduce that barrier, bring it down to nothing. Just start, just experiment, just create your first video, record your first podcast, sing your first song, write your first page of a book, right? Try that one thing. And the only thing that matters is, did you like the thing? Do you want to go back and do it again? Was it enjoyable? Whether you got a result or not, you probably won't get a good result. Your first thing will suck. Expect it to suck. But did you like the thing? Do you want to go back and do it again? Was it actually fun as opposed to being a chore? Because the more that you keep doing the things that you actually find fun doing, guess what? You're going to get better at it. You're going to get better at it, right? Like if you actually like learning the thing, you're going to get better at it. Think about all the stuff you learned in school that you never actually learned. You just memorized and it's gone, versus the thing that you actually enjoy doing. That's the stuff that actually sticks. So you can get great at any skill. if you actually love doing it and it doesn't feel like work. And so that becomes the immediate job, is to figure out what is the thing that you potentially will love doing, and to say yes to. You say yes to every idea that comes in your head. Stop judging the results of them. Give yourself permission to start small, to fail small, and just pay attention to, do you love that thing? Can you wait to go back and do it again? So this happens for everybody. This will happen multiple times in your life. There will be moments where you have absolute clarity, absolute certainty. You know what you need to do next. You feel it in your bones. You have to go do it. And you have to play bigger. You have to stop being afraid. You have to go all in on that thing, because that window will close and you will regret not going bigger when you had the chance. And then when you have those moments where you have no idea what to do, you have zero clue, you feel completely lost, that's when you have to explore. Get out of your comfort zone, get out of your usual routine, go for a walk, listen to that creative inspiration that does come, stop judging those ideas, and just starting them and giving yourself the permission to fail, because you will find the next big thing. And there's this roller coaster effect that will happen many times in your life of absolute clarity and zero clarity. And maybe those cycles last weeks, months, years. For YouTube, it's been over a decade and I'm still going strong on it, but at some point that's going to shift to something else, and that's okay, and that's normal. So recognize where you are at in your life right now. Where are you at right now? Do you have absolute confidence and clarity, or do you have zero confidence and clarity? And then take the right step forward.
If you want another Evan Rant video that just might give you the confidence you need, check it out right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
I think it's really important for entrepreneurs to think big and act small. Think big. It's your big mission, your big vision, where you see yourself going, the impact you want to make on the world.